See if we can get some more spicy things. I'm gonna sort by top and this month. Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun one. Okay, it's just text, no pictures. 20F. My friend is 21F. Okay, I always carry a USB killer in my backpack. Why? For what reason do you need that? It looks like any other thumb drive, except I stuck a tiny devil face sticker on it so I know it's a dangerous one. Good. No one else knows that, by the way. I know where this is going already. I don't read ahead when I read out loud. So if I stop reading, it means I haven't read the next sentence. I keep it on me because I still live at home and my parents are super nosy. If I ever left it on my desk, they'd definitely pick it up and plug it into their laptop to see what it is. I bet I know what happened. I bet I know what your friend did. Chad, do you know what OP's friend did? Because I fucking know. Yesterday, I had to leave campus in a rush and asked my friend to watch my bag for a bit. I ended up not having time to come back, so I just texted her to take it home, and I'd grab it today. She said, cool. She gets home, admits she got curious and started looking through my stuff. Nice job, idiot. Finds the devil sticker USB, thinks it's a normal drive, plugs it into her gaming PC. You fucking moron. Oh my god. To see what files I have. Computer instantly dies. Holy shit. Motherboard and PSU completely hung up. What the fuck? Oh my god. Now she's mad at me saying I'm reckless for carrying something that, like, I need to buy her a whole new setup. Well, I don't agree with that. Let me finish. Saying I'm reckless for carrying something like that, and I need to buy her a whole new setup, even though she knows that she shouldn't have been digging around my bag in the first place. I feel bad her PC is dead, but come on, don't snoop and don't plug random drives into your computer. Am I the asshole? You're kind of the asshole. You're not completely the asshole. It's her fault for going through your bag, but what the fuck do you need that drive for? Let me answer that question for you. You don't need that drive. You don't need it for anything. There is no situation in which you would use that and you would be in the right. If you, for some reason, use that on a school computer, guess who's on the hook for that? You. If someone at your school picked up that drive, put it in a school computer, guess who's on the hook for that? The idiot that brought it to the school in the first place. You. Friends, chatters, softies, my dearest, if you have interesting tech that can destroy things, I urge you, get rid of it or put it in a lockbox where no one can ever touch it. Because you don't need it. You'll never use it. It's cool, in theory. It's really neat. Don't need it. Just like how, never mind. You plug it in, it bricks your PC, at least from my understanding. Yeah, so the what this person's talking about actually is a USB drive that when activated, it has like a capacitor in it that stores power, or it will draw power from the USB slot. And then it will send that power to a capacitor. And once the capacitor is fully charged, it releases all of that power back into the USB slot, in which case it might short something or it might blow up the USB slot. Typically, you might get some funny smoke, but it usually doesn't really do anything other than kill the USB port. In some cases, depending, it might destroy something on the motherboard, which might lead to something else happening. I don't believe that what OP is saying is untrue. I do think it's unlikely, but it's not impossible, especially when you're doing something like that. Someone didn't pay attention to AUP and IT security training. Hello, Harbinger. Oh, hi, Harbinger. How are you doing today? But yeah, so I don't think OP is the asshole, but you're kind of the asshole. Like I said, you shouldn't be having crap like that. You shouldn't be walking around with crap like that because you don't need it. You'll never use it. There's no situation in which you could use it. But OP's friend is kind of a dumb bitch for fucking going through your bag. Look, I'm just saying, if I hand you my bag, I'm handing it to you with the expectation that you will not be going through it. And if you need to go through it for some reason, I asked you to go through it, then it's okay. It's fine. Maybe I will warn you, hey, there's a funny little USB stick in my bag. Don't plug that into your computer unless you want to like be out a couple $1,000s. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see. Where are we? Your last line covers it. She was a bad friend to look through your bag and a bad friend to use something of yours without asking. She learned an expensive lifelong lesson. Don't be a dick to your friends and don't plug in unknown. Yeah, she's like, Kiwi is right. Don't plug in random USBs into your computer. Or at least use a USB condom. Those are a real thing. It is something that sits between your computer and the USB drive, and you plug it in through that. And if something funny is if there's something funny, like let's say USB killer for example, it will kill that device and not your computer. Hopefully, anyways. Isn't rule 1 of random USBs to not use them on the PC you actually care about? Yeah, exactly. If you've never, like, even honestly, even if you get a brand new USB drive, I would still be a little wary of it. It's probably fine, but you never know, especially nowadays. You shouldn't mess with random USBs you find in general unless you know how to set it up in the sandbox or an isolated one, or use a condom. Yes, or use a condom. Chat, I just want you guys to remember that as tantalizing as that incredibly sexy USB might be, as much as you might want to, stick it in hard and fast and just, get inside of it. Thanks for the follow, Dementia. Right in the middle of that. As much as you might want to, just push it in really hard and just, get everything out of it. You should always make sure to wrap it because you never know. You never know what might be left behind. Like, for example, what if there was a file that, just filled up your hard drive to full capacity and, like it just got so full it like started to have a bulge and what am I talking about? Let's move on. What's up? What up, bro? Yeah, always wrap it up. Always wrap it up. It doesn't matter if it's a USB or if it's your shlama lama ding dong. You need to wrap it up because you don't want anything unexpected happening. Yep. You don't want anything unexpected happening. What am I talking about? All right. Moving on. All right. Am I the asshole for being furious that my husband gave away my sake and wine after I told him repeatedly not to? The only way the answer to this question is yes is if you are a struggling alcoholic. But there's a wall of text for us to read. So let's find out. Legally speaking, I'm pretty sure he could be liable for any damage caused carrying it around. Every word kind of shows malicious intent to cause damage indirectly. Yeah, exactly. If you have something that can cause damage, whether or not you intend to actually use it doesn't matter because the fact that you have it means that you can and you have thought about it at some point, right? So I'm just saying, like, there's not like if you need to destroy a computer very suddenly, very quickly for some reason, you pick it up, you throw it on the ground. Because that USB killer, not going to kill a hard drive, not going to kill an SSD. It might kill the motherboard. It might kill an M.2 SSD if it is attached to the motherboard directly, which they often are. But it's not likely. It's the same reason you can own a gun but need a license to carry it in public. Yeah. Well, yeah. 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 I agree with that. Okay. Am I the asshole for being furious that my husband gave away my sake and wine after I repeatedly told him not to? I, 30F, came back from Japan about 2 months ago and brought home some expensive bottle of sake. I specifically picked after doing a sake tasting class. I'm not a big drinker, so I chose something I genuinely liked that my husband would enjoy. That meant as a for us thing. I also had an unopened bottle of German wine that a friend gifted me 3 months ago. Okay, I'm already thinking that OP is definitely not an alcoholic because she got this bottle of wine 3 months ago and never touched it. It seems like she just has nice liquor, right? I don't drink myself, but I do actually own a bottle or two of fairly nice liquor. I have no idea if it's good. Even if I tasted it, I wouldn't be able to tell you it's good, but it was a nice gift. I may have already given them away. I don't remember. My husband and I had multiple conversations where he asked if he could give the sake to his father, his cousin, or his friends, and I said a strict no every single time. Oh, I see what happened. Not vaguely, not jokingly, very clearly. He knew it was sentimental and partially a souvenir. He also refused to drink it the one time I opened it because he had a headache. So I had about 20 milliliters and left the rest untouched. Okay. That's 20 mils, like a sake cup. It's like, tasty. That's it. Fast forward 3 days ago, I'm away from home, and he has friends over after a pub night. I didn't even consider that he would touch my sake or the wine because we've had the don't share this conversation a million times. Completely fair. If you've talked to someone a million times about something, they should get it through their thick skull. The next day, I asked him where the sake is. He casually tells me he shared the sake and unopened wine with his friends and they finished everything. Fuck, dude. I was stunned, angry, disappointed, all of it. Then he says that he forgot that I told him not to give it to anyone. To be fair, they were drinking, so he was probably drunk. That doesn't excuse your behavior, to be clear. I'm just saying why it happened. Then adds that he doesn't remember unimportant stuff. Okay, now he's just an asshole. Bear in mind, I had even given him a bottle of whiskey specifically meant for his friends after I returned from my travel. Oh, did Opie travel by herself? That's interesting. I just. Am I weird for thinking that, like, when you're married, like, you and your spouse should travel together? Like, occasional, like, solo trips are fine, but, like, I feel like Japan is, like, one of those things that you don't do by yourself. Though, I will say traveling to Japan by yourself is actually very fun. Now, I take back all that. It's Opie's fine. When I confronted him about the sake and wine, he flipped and said, "Don't let it spoil our relationship." Bro, you already did that. And suggested I see a counselor. Bruh. Am I the asshole for being upset over something he claims is not a big deal, even though I told him explicitly and repeatedly not to touch it? I'm unable to process the fact that my husband casually crossed a major boundary and is nonchalant about it. Edit. Husband and his friends are not alcoholics. He rarely indulges. Second edit. He said, "Don't let it spoil our relationship," not throwing away the relationship. Sincere apologies. I don't know. Do we even need to talk about this? She said, "Don't touch my shit." And then he touched it. What needs to be discussed? She's not the asshole, obviously. Your wishes aren't important to me. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, Dinosaurus 02. Your husband doesn't fucking respect you. He's an asshole. This is why the dating process happens, right? You meet someone, you don't know everything about them, and then so you go on a date. You have a lovely date. You have another date. You have another date, and then another date. You guys start doing things. Eventually you get engaged. Eventually you get married. All this takes place in a long span of time. For some people it's only like 6 months, for other people it's like 60 years. But the point of this process is to find out if you found someone who respects you, who loves you, who cares about you, and puts you first. And your husband did not do that. Your husband failed the most basic part of being in a relationship, and that is putting your partner's wishes, needs, and desires first. The only excuse you have for not being able to do that is that you didn't know. But it was communicated to this guy, as Opie said, a million times. Obviously not actually a million times, but more than once. And really, that's all it takes. You only need to be told once. If I tell you once, don't touch my shit, don't touch my shit. That's it. If you tell me once, don't touch your shit, okay, I won't touch it. It's that simple. Some people unfortunately flip on you way down. Yeah, that's true. That's true, but I don't know. It doesn't. I get the feeling that Opie's husband has always been like this, and she just probably looked past it. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a stupid leopard girl on the internet. Not a big deal equals not a big deal to him. Bad person, or at least needs to learn some empathy. Yeah, he really does. Respect is important in every relationship, romantic or otherwise. I sense none. Yeah, there's no respect in this relationship. I'm so sorry, Dinosaurus O2. Invite me to your divorce party. Because honestly, this fucking guy, he makes me so mad. All right, so we're in agreement. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Definitely not. Not the asshole. Are you kidding me? Not a big deal. He knew exactly what he was doing, and he did it anyways because he didn't give a crap about anyone but himself. What an asshole. Then adds he doesn't remember unimportant stuff. Yeah, fuck that guy. So you expressly stated desires are unimportant. Cool. Yeah, that's cool. Exactly. It seems like he wanted to give it away to hurt her. Was he jealous about your trip or something? Yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about earlier. It's like it feels weird that like that Opie didn't go to Japan with her husband, so I'm kind of like wondering like what the fuck happened here? Like why did she, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Why? I'm just wondering personally like what I would like a little more context, just because it's like, is he just jealous? Like, what the fuck is his problem? You know, I don't know. Anyways, moving on. But it sounds like he doesn't. Why are some of these highlighted? I don't actually understand how Reddit works. Why does this guy even get married? Yeah, for real. I think some dudes are aware, maybe subconsciously, I don't know, that their quality of life would be way lower if they were single because they'd be responsible for themselves and they don't want to do all that. I don't disagree with this comment. It's not true about everyone, but I don't fully disagree with this comment. This is definitely, yeah. I have some friends who they live alone, and you can tell that they live alone. That's all I'm saying.